Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm starting a new series, a back to basics kind of series where I'm going to go over each category of makeup from primer all the way to setting spray, and I'm going to break them down into smaller videos so they're not so long. This would be a good series. I've had a lot of questions lately about how to do eyeshadow and bronzer and foundation and stuff like that, so I thought it would be good to go through each category and just talk about the basics and show how to put it on, and then by the end of the series then we can all be experts. Just kidding, but at least we'll all know what we're doing. So today's video is primers. So I have all the primers in front of me. I'm just going to give an overview of kind of what the different types of primers are that you can get. The reason primers are important is because it helps your makeup stay on longer. If you have completely normal skin, it's not dry, it's not oily, and you don't live in a humid environment or anything where the weather is affecting your makeup and you don't have any problem with your makeup staying on all day long, then you don't need a primer. But I live in Florida, so my makeup will melt off if I don't wear a primer, and I have an oily T-zone, so that doesn't help anything if I didn't wear a primer. Primers are also great now. They're just coming out with more and more primers. So there's color correcting primers, hydrating primers, primers that you can kind of fill in and smooth over your pores, primers for smoothing over your wrinkles, primers for hydrating, primers for mattifying, almost anything that you kind of want an extra step in your routine to help combat whatever your skin issue is. You can find it in a primer, so that's really nice. And they really do help a lot when you use them. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with sprays. I have a couple sprays. I have the Pixi by Petra Makeup Fixing Mist, the Urban Decay B6 Vitamin Infused Complexion Prep Spray, and the Smashbox Primer Water. So I've heard a lot of people really like this, and I've used this quite a few times, and I can't see any like huge difference when I use this. I mean, it's nice. It's kind of like a nice thing to put on your face. I don't think I would recommend somebody going out and getting this. It's a little expensive because it's from Sephora, and I just don't see a huge difference. This is B6 Vitamin Infused Complexion Spray. It says it's for redness reducing, pore minimizing, oil absorbing. With that it has vitamins in it, I do kind of like that a little bit more. It's not a standalone product, but it's something nice to put on your face before you put on a regular primer. And I do have redness issues, that's why I bought that. This Pixi by Petra Fixing Mist is from Target. It's with rose water and green tea, and it's hydrating, antioxidant, pore tightening. And this one, when you put it on your face, you do feel like there's a little bit of a stick there, and this one I really like a lot. It's $14.99 I think, and you get like a whole lot of product in here, and I think this is a really good buy. I can tell that it is helping like just give that extra kind of stick to the other primer that I put on top of it when I use this. So this is a really nice little spray. Mercier has quite a few different primers, and I have a couple of them here. There's one that is a Protect primer. So this one has SPF 30 in it, and so if you aren't using a moisturizer that has sunscreen in it, then this is nice. It'll prime your skin and has sunscreen in it. Now if you have kind of dry, dull skin and you want more of a radiant complexion with your foundation, you can use a Radiance primer, and it kind of has like, it will just give you like a little bit of a glow. Not like disco ball glow, but if you kind of like that glowy look, then it's good to use a Radiance primer. So Mercier has a Radiance primer, and Nars has a Radiance primer. This is just a little sample. And then I have the MAC Prep and Prime. This is Natural Radiance. Again, if you kind of have like dull skin or you just like that radiant look, this is the MAC one. You get a lot of product in here, so this might be the better price buy. Quite a few primers that I have that address pores. The Body Shop has a Tea Tree Pore Minimizer that make pores look smaller, skin feel pure, and it smooths and instantly mattifies. I really like this primer. It's a great price point. Body Shop has, so many sales, buy 3 get 3, whatever. So whenever you see one of those, I would definitely pick this up. This is a really good one, and it's also good for acne prone, oily skin. Also Pores, Professional. This is like super duper favorite here on YouTube and with everybody. This is great for putting wherever you have larger pores. For most people it's right here and on their chin. So you can use this in conjunction with other primers, and I'll show you that at the end of the video when I actually put the primer on my face. And then Dr. Brandt has Pores No More, and I really like this one too. This is the same thing, minimizes pores, absorbs oil, and mattifies. And both of these are pretty comparable. They're both really, really good. Another one that is good for pores is the Smashbox Photofinish Pore Minimizing one. This is really good also. Any of these three are really good. You know, you can go into the store, see how they feel, put it on the back of your hand, and a lot of it is just personal preference, which one you like better, and you know which one works better with your skin type. So I just kind of use these all the time. You know, whatever one I grab for first, I like them all pretty much equally. There's lots of color correcting ones that counteract the redness, which I have redness on my face from sun damage, and so Maybelline has one that combats redness and also smooths at the same time, or blurs it says, so that's a good one for redness from the drugstore. Makeup Forever came out with a whole line. I think there's 10 different primers, and this is the one that I have. I have the smoothing one, and it smooths and then it kind of mattifies, but it's not the mattifying primer. There is one that is mattifying, but they have all the different color correcting ones. They have a hydrating one. So this is a really good product, and I think this is about $40, which is, you know, kind of a lot, but you get 1 fluid ounce in here, and for how much primer you use at a time, this will probably last you about a year. Primer is one thing that I probably would splurge on. There's just not very many good drugstore options, and especially if you have something that you're trying to counteract with your primer, like fine lines or color correcting, or your skin is dry and so you want a hydrating one, it's a good thing to just go ahead and splurge on the primer. I mean, if you're going to go ahead and spend all the time to put your makeup on, you want to look its best, and you want it to last, right? You don't want to go sliding off your face. So kind of all-in-one product from the drugstore is this Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro. It smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies, and protects. So this is pretty good. My T-zone is too oily for this to mattify it and for it to stay mattified. If you had normal skin, then this is a good one. It's like $5.99 or something. It's really cheap. It kept my makeup on. It just wasn't like my T-zone just was oily. It wasn't mattifying for me. Another one from the drugstore is the Instant Age Rewind. This one just came out, and this is a smoothing primer. No color correcting or anything like that. It's just supposed to provide like a smooth canvas. So that's a good one from the drugstore. It's probably like $7.99. In the winter time, when my skin was really dry, I used this Hangover RX, the replenishing face primer, and I absolutely loved it. And I'm sure I'm going to love it again this winter when it comes back around. So if you have dry skin or dehydrated skin, definitely get this Hangover RX by Too Faced. It's so good. It's a really good primer. The very first haul video I did, I hauled this Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield, and this has a SPF 30. This has been what I've been using in conjunction with either one of these pore products on my cheeks and my chin, and then I'll put the smoothing one on my forehead, or one of these other ones that I'm about to talk about. But I bought this because it was an all-in-one kind of product. It treats, blurs, protects, so it's supposed to be good for color correcting, fine lines and wrinkles. It just gives like a really nice kind of blurs over everything, and it has sunscreen. So this is a really great product, just all in one. You know, you're doing some good for your face by using, you know, a product that does so much. And Murad has just great products, so I love him. Lastly, a lot of times I will, if I don't use this smoothing one on my forehead, I'll use this No. 7 Instant Illusion on my forehead to kind of fill in the wrinkles that are on my forehead. I have one from Olay also, the Olay Regenerist, that's the same thing as this, but I like this No. 7 better, and it's cheaper. And you can get this No. 7 one at Target. So whatever you are looking for, whatever your skin type is, and whatever you want help with your face, then that's the kind of primer that you want to get. So for me, I want my makeup to last, so I've been spraying this Pixi Petra spray, and then I don't always use a moisturizer all the time that has SPF 30, and even if I do, I use this anyway. So I've been using this Murad Invisiblur. I'll use this quite a bit, and then I will put the pore filler on my cheeks and on my chin, and I will fill in my forehead wrinkles with a filler. So let's go ahead and do that. So you just spray this on. And then just let it kind of dry. You can pat it in. This spray is with rose water and green tea. It smells really good also. So once that's all done, then you can go ahead and put this Murad one on. And I'll just put it everywhere because I want, you know, all the benefits. Then on my cheeks, just right here on my cheeks and a little bit here on my chin, my pores are a little bit larger. I'll use the Smashbox photo finishing one. And just rub it in between my fingers. It's kind of, because it's a little thick, so it works better if you can kind of get it to your, you know, body temperature. And then just pat it in here on your cheek and on your chin. And you could put it, you know, wherever your pores are a little bit bigger. For my forehead, I'll go ahead and use this Makeup Forever smoothing one. And I just use about that much. And that's it. So that, you know, I use 3 sometimes, and that may seem like a lot, but if I'm going to put all my makeup on, then I'm going to go ahead and, you know, put all those primers on. But if you don't want to do that, you could just be done and do this and be done with that. If you don't want to, you know, you can just pick and choose. You can do just one. You could put it just here for your pores, and everything else is fine. You're not interested in any other primers, that's fine too. You know, just do whatever is right for you, for your skin type, what you're looking for. Not everybody wants to put 3 primers on, or you can just put 1 primer on. So that is it for this video. I hope that you learned something about primers and kind of have more of a grasp on what the point is for all this priming. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!